The Magic City Classic is the highest attended HBCU Classic game. And when we created this series, we was hoping to put these two teams in the same division, but I was unsuccessful. Yeah. So Alabama State is in the SWAC West, Alabama A&M is in the SWAC East. And that's cool too. Because if both teams win their division, then we can meet up in Detroit, Michigan for the SWAC championship game. For the last two seasons, these two teams have been predicted to come out of their divisions. Alabama State has lived up to their part of the bargain, but the Alabama A&M Bulldogs, not so much. So in season 1, we took on the Puppies and we obliterated them. We actually put up 90 points in this game. Keldrick Williams had 8 touchdown runs in this game. Neil Bryant had like 3-4 punt returns in this game. Like, it was really bad, man. The Bulldogs, they just couldn't do nothing with us. And on top of that, Keldrick Williams got him a couple of touchdown runs, along with the passing touchdown. Our receivers in this season was so awful, though. This was when Alvance Robinson got suspended for the rest of the season. Just absolutely terrible. Our receiving core was absolutely horrible during this time. So as you see Neil Bryant go take this back to the house for a touchdown, I must say, this game, despite the fact that Alabama A&M has not had the best season this year, it could be a lot different. It might reflect what happened in season 2. It might, because unlike season 1, the season 2 team was way better, much more talented, filled with talented freshmen. A lot of those same freshmen that we played back in season 2, a lot of them should be seniors now. The only difference is the departure of Kenny King, their starting quarterback, who is now with the Chicago Bears of the NFL. Backing up, I believe it was Rex Grossman. So the Alabama State Hornets are going into this game at 8-0. Alabama A&M is 3-5 on the season. They've had some heartbreaking losses too. A couple of overtime losses and a few blowouts. But the Alabama State Hornets, they're not going to overlook this team. Despite the fact that we're undefeated, this is still the Magic City Classic. Now, when we went up to Huntsville for season 2, the atmosphere was much more intense. Alabama A&M was a much better team, and then Lewis Crew Stadium was just rocking. They couldn't wait for the Hornets to come up there for the Magic City Classic, which is a nice stadium, by the way. But Cal Gray was a big factor in this game. Justin Chambers was a big factor in this game, but none bigger than those wide receivers, Jason White and Andrew Williams, coming through with the 2 biggest plays of the game. We'll take that back, 3 biggest plays, because I forgot. Jason White caught 2 touchdown passes in this game. But this catch right here by Andrew Williams set up the game-winning field goal for the Hornets that gave us a 45-42 victory, breaking the heart of every A&M Bulldog fan all across the world. So this year in season 5, we're going to be going up against an A&M team that's looking to break our season and ruin our hopes of winning the national championship. So these are the players you need to be looking out for. Lane Anderson is in his senior season. He's an 82 overall, and he was in this game for season 2. Here he is right here, returning the kickback for a touchdown. The man has speed. He plays special teams. He can catch out the backfield. He's just an all-out football player. The next guy you need to look out for is this cat, the free safety, Ryan Mason. He caught this interception against us in season 2, and he almost took it back to the crib. He's looking to wreak havoc in the secondary. He's a good coverage player, so be on the lookout for him. But also, this cat right here, Alex Bird. This man has NFL caliber talent. He comes into this game looking for his 3rd 1,000-yard season, his last year in Huntsville, and his last chance against the Alabama State Hornets. And he's looking to wreak havoc. Hopefully he can get his rating just a little bit higher before we import this draft class onto Madden. And then last but not least, you have the impact player at linebacker number 41, Matt Spencer, who will knock you out and show absolutely no remorse. This game is also big as far as recruiting. We have 4 players set to make their official visits this weekend. Henry Ortiz from Manning, South Carolina, is looking to come in and see what these Alabama State Hornets are all about up close and personal. So as you see on your screen, Henry likes the pitch feedback of our program. So we're going to continue to feed him the pitch of program prestige. Sheldon Green, wide receiver out of Concord, California. If we get him, he'll be our second California recruit. He really likes the idea of playing for us, especially Joseph Cooley. So we're going to feed him the pitch of Coach Prestige. Josh Jones out of Pearl, Mississippi. He's coming in this weekend. We're going to continue to feed him. Wait, take that back. He's not really feeling the idea of program prestige, doesn't care about coaching style, coaching prestige, doesn't care about location, nor does he care about playing time. So that could only mean one thing. With him wanting to come to Alabama State, he's also considering LSU and Oklahoma. So with that said, we're going to feed him the pitch of academics because he has a A- field awareness, and that should put us over the hump. Look at the meter on the right there, right above LSU. We should get him by the end of this week. Last but not least, we have Daniel Hayes coming to town. He has us on the top of his list. After this weekend, especially if we win, he should commit. So another set of news is that Chase Herron will be out for the Magic City Classic. As a matter of fact, he's out for the next 2 weeks. He broke his hand on this play. So Chase is out for 2 weeks. So we're going to be depending on Bobby Newton to carry the fort under center. And he has to play the best game of his life. We are still looking to compete for a national championship. We're looking to compete for a BCS bowl game. Because if we was to lose this game, we're out of the hump. As a matter of fact, they might drop us 20 spots. So be ready for the next video. The Magic City Classic is here. Despite the fact that A&M's 3-5, it's still a rivalry game. Can't wait to see what happens.